Hello again, everyone. This is Richard Weil. I'm the owner and CEO of National Restaurant Consultants, and we appreciate everybody joining us for our 39th edition of the NRC Helpful Moment. And today we welcome in Mr. Brian Devine from Top Line Management and Cafe Fuel. And our senior consultant, Sandy Clark, is with us again today. I think this is Sandy's third or fourth appearance, maybe fourth. And Sandy, thank you for being with us. She's going to talk a little bit more about the supply chain and that the reality is here. And we've been talking about it now for a couple plus weeks. So first, let's kick it off right away. Brian's got an exciting, really positive thing to share with restaurateurs and hospitality operators on a great idea. And I'll let Brian talk about the opportunity here in terms of online ordering and touchless ordering and touchless payment. So Brian, please.
Yeah, thank you, Richard. And Richard, jump in, because this is something that is evolving. And when we were interviewing Sonia yesterday about what the new norm is and what's going to be changing, it really hit me that the touchless payment, the touchless ordering is probably going to be a big deal going forward into the extended future. And our system can do that for you. And what I'm excited about is that you'll have some options. You'll be able to have people choose whether they would like to see a server or if they would like to order directly through their own phones. And if they're ordering through their own phones, it's tied to our marketing system, so we can have a bounce back. In 3 hours, send them an email and a text message thanking them for coming, asking if they enjoyed their food, and maybe asking if they'd like to leave a review, and then include a coupon to come back. And all of this is being done every single time someone comes into your restaurant. So we'll go into this deeper, but I wanted to at least get that out there that if you are wondering how to do this, we've got you covered. And I'm really excited about what the possibilities are. Richard, do you have anything you want to add?
No, I think this is the teaser. We're going to hit it more on Monday. We're going to go into greater detail. But in the meantime, if you just send us a note to Richard at NRC Advice with a C, advice.com, we'll get you started on this. And I think this is the cutting edge piece as far as touchless. We want our servers to come back to work. We do. But we also are going to give the guests the option of having the server be involved, or you can do it right there at the table. And so it's a great solution. So Brian, wonderful stuff. And you came up with this. Congratulations. This is a super idea. And we've got some really good details to follow up. So, well, without further ado, we've been talking about the struggles that's going to happen, and it is happening now with supply chain. I'm going to turn this over to Sandy Clark, our senior consultant. So Sandy, if you would please provide the information that you have prepared for today.
Thank you, Richard. So what the heck is going on? Wendy's has 20% of their stores unable to serve hamburgers because of their strong commitment to never frozen. Shake Shack, an early embracer of eco-friendly products for to-go, is now serving out of styrofoam. And Costco told me the other day I could only have 3 protein items. So we're starting to see that our supply chain is rather fragile. Prior to the pandemic, 50% of the food that was processed in America went to institutions, hotels, schools, and restaurants. Home usage just doesn't make up for that. So it is hard for our supply chain to turn on a dime. Our supply chain has become highly centralized, especially in beef and poultry. More than 70% of beef and poultry is now processed by 4 companies. And all 4 of these companies have had major disruptions with plant closures due to COVID-19. And now they're trying to get rolling again, and they're having rampant absenteeism, which is slowing down their lines, and they can't produce at the rate that they produced prior to closure. So piglets are being aborted, cattle and poultry are being humanely euthanized. The farmers can't afford to hang on to these forever. And ironically, if cattle or hogs get too large, they can no longer even be processed in our new specialized plants. Likewise, You're seeing milk being dumped and produce being turned under. The usage is not as great, and the producers cannot transform from producing for manufacturing and food service into retail packaging. So we've got some real issues going out there, and we're going to be dealing with them for a while. I want to talk about just a couple of items today. First is further processed protein. This was a great solution for labor issues prior to your closures, but the supply is not at all certain anymore, not consistent, and the prices are skyrocketing. Subprimal proteins. We have a record amount of protein in America's cold storage right now, but the problem is processing it. So let me give a couple of examples. Your distributor orders boneless pork butt, and what comes in? Bone-in pork butt. The processor is transferring the labor for working that product from their plant to your restaurant. Another example, your distributor orders fresh product, but what rolls into their dock is a trailer full of frozen. And further, your distributors are really having logistical nightmares because not everything is processed at every plant. So as plants close, they have to find new ways to effectively and efficiently get truckloads of that product into their distribution centers. Chemical cleaning supplies that kill the COVID virus are becoming scarce, and the manufacturers are really trying to ramp up quickly to provide product, but they did not expect this worldwide need. Hand sanitizer, you know that story if you've tried to buy that recently. Then let's talk about PPE a little bit, personal protective equipment, gloves. So the glove manufacturers have already told us that they cannot meet the worldwide demand. They're trying to ramp up as quickly as they can, but your distributors are already on allocation. And masks. Who would have thought that we're talking about masks for regular restaurants? But we are, and the distributors are now stocking them, but they're scarce, and you're competing with healthcare in both supply and pricing. So while we're talking about PPE, I'm going to take a little side note. And if you had applied for a Paycheck Protection Program loan through the SBA, you will not be penalized if you cannot bring employees back due to lack of PPE, but you do need to keep good records of that so when you have the conversation with them, you can document what you're talking about.
It's contact tracing. It's contact tracing. Yeah.
Right. So what does all this mean for you? You need to be in closer communication with your sales representatives than you ever have been. They're the ones who know what's scarce, and they're the ones who can give you good recommendations for substitutions. It's a great time to evaluate your menu. You may not be able to have the ability to have even your signature item when you reopen. Those high labor items or the expensive items may not work for you still. You'll need to get creative about where you source your items. Home Depot for gloves, Amazon, maybe places you never shopped before. And your kitchen staff is going to be able to handle protein in various forms. That labor-saving processed protein might be too expensive for you to use or not reliable enough. It'd be prudent for you to keep some extra product. You will have out of stocks, and you may receive frozen product when you're expecting fresh. If you're doing a daily disposable menu or a chalkboard menu, this is a great opportunity for you to be able to be creative and really showcase the products that you have. So finally, you need to be flexible. You need to be creative. You need to communicate with your employees and your customers. But you know what the really exciting news is? Everyone is rooting for you. The takeout business has picked up. People are so sick of being home. They're really sick of cooking for themselves. And they can't wait to have a dining experience. the consumer isn't expecting exactly what you had before. They know the ambience won't be the same, but it's not going to be in their living room. There's a great opportunity to get up and rolling again.
Those are great advice, Sandy. That's awesome. And truly, as culinary and food service and hospitality professionals, get creative, as Sandy said. Take those teachings, those educations of what's in the cupboard, or in a culinary competition where they just give you ingredients. Get creative, figure out what you have available. It's the old SWOT theory. Sell what's available today. And that's really what you're going to have to do. So that's our helpful moment for today. I want to thank Brian Devine, as always, for the great idea on the touchless taking of orders and touchless payment. And of course, Sandy Clark, always for her great knowledge and experience, especially on the supply chain world.
Thank you.
Positive things to finish you off with today. We'll see you all again early next week on Monday. And that's it. Bye for now, everybody. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.